The papyrus, putting on my table every month. I don't wanna be sad. Don't even try to hide it. No, I don't wanna lose it. And you see how it is, it's so inviting. The papyrus, we're all so alive. The papyrus.
Hello, welcome to the Papyrus TV Africa News Update. First, the headlines.
Honorable Owolabi Rasaq spreads festive cheer in Babanloma. Senator Ede Daffy 1 calls for prayers. Kogi Governor and Vice President call for unity. World Bank eliminates loan fees to support vulnerable nations. NAF airstrike mistakenly hits Sokoto communities, killing 10. Military defense airstrike in Sokoto rejects claim of civilian casualties. Army chief demands increased oil production to boost economy. Wike calls for devotion and hope this Christmas season.
Now the news in details.
Honorable Owolabi Rasaq, popularly known as Oluwomo Okeode and Jagun Molu of Babanloma, has reaffirmed his dedication to his constituents by celebrating the festive season in his characteristic generous style. The Sha'are Okeode constituency representative in the State Assembly, Honorable Owolabi, is widely recognized for his passion for uplifting the less privileged and creating opportunities for youth empowerment. His arrival in Babanloma was marked by a peaceful and joyous reception from community members, loyal supporters, children, and party faithful. Honorable Owolabi's interactions during the visit reflected his deep connection with the people he represents, demonstrating his belief in community engagement as a cornerstone of leadership. His presence during the festive emphasized his commitment of fostering unity and ensuring the well-being of his constituents. Residents of Babanloma expressed heartfelt appreciation for his consistent effort to prioritize their needs and champion development within the constituency. Honorable Owolabi's dedication remains a source of inspiration to many, reinforcing his legacy as a servant leader who places his people first. Here is wishing Honorable Owolabi Rasaq continued success in his mission to empower his community and drive progress across Sha'are Okeode constituency. Meanwhile, Senator Ede Daffy 1, representing Delta Central Senatorial District, has urged Nigerians to pray and support President Bola Tinubu's administration to ensure its success. He emphasized the need for unity and collective effort to help the country overcome its challenges. In a Christmas message shared with journalists in Warri, Daffy 1 called on the Yoruba people and all Deltans to embrace hope, love, and unity while reflecting on the blessings of 2024. He also extended special prayers to the Okwama community in Ogele South, which suffered a tragic incident earlier this year. As we celebrate Christmas, let us remember the Okwama tragedy that left a scar on the Yoruba nation. Daffy 1 said he urged forgiveness and peace, pledging his continued commitment to the welfare of his constituents and the prosperity of the Yoruba people. Continuing, Kogi Governor Ahmad Ododo has called on the citizens to reflect on the spirit of compassion, generosity, and unity that Christmas embodies. He reaffirmed his dedication to the progress of Kogi State, urging kindness to the less privileged and stronger bonds within families and communities. Vice President Kashim Shettima also encouraged Nigerians to prioritize national unity during festives, highlighting the Tinubu administration commitment to security and economic growth. Shettima assured citizens to measure to protect them during the holiday season. Our diversity remains our strength, he said, urging all strengthened bonds of brotherhood across faith and regions. Moving on, the World Bank has announced the removal of various loan fees to make borrowing more accessible to vulnerable nations. This move includes eliminating prepayment premiums, introducing a grace period for commitment fees, and extending the lowest price to smaller states. Changes are part of a broader strategy to increase the bank's lending capacity by $150 billion over the next decade, addressing global challenges like climate change, inequality, and instability. Innovative financial tools and partnership have also been produced to attract private sector investments, such as catastrophe bonds and outcome-based financing. In a rather unfortunate event, a Nigerian Air Force NAV airstrike aimed at targeting Lakurama terrorists tragically struck two villages in Sokoto State on Christmas Day, leaving at least 10 dead and several injured. The affected communities Gidan Sama and Rumtua in Silame LGA were reportedly mistaken for terrorist hideouts. Air Vice Marshal Olushola Akimboyewa confirmed an investigation is underway to determine the cause of misfire and ensure accountability. Meanwhile, insurgents carried out a separate drone attack on a military base in Borno State, injuring 5 soldiers. The Chief of Defense Staff, General Christopher Musa, urged Nigerians to avoid trading with terrorists, warning such actions undermine security efforts. Similarly, the Nigerian military has addressed concerns surrounding a recent airstrike in Sokoto State, asserting that the operation was a precision-targeted attack aimed exclusively at the notorious Lakwara terrorist group. The incident, which occurred in Silame local government area, reportedly affected the villages of Gidan, Sama, and Runtua. Initial report alleged that civilians were mistakenly killed during the operation. However, military spokesperson Abubakar Abdullahi clarified that the airstrikes were carried out following extensive intelligence and reconnaissance missions, ensuring only legitimate targets were hit. These operations were meticulously planned to target members of the Lakurawa group who have consistently wreaked havoc in the region. The military's actions were based on credible intelligence, and all locations were verified to be connected to terrorist activities, Abdullahi explained. Nigeria Air Force spokesperson Olushola Akimboyewa stated that the strikes were conducted with the precision that any claim of civilian casualties would be thoroughly investigated. He urged Nigerians to be cautious about unverified reports, emphasizing the military's commitment to protecting civilians while eradicating terrorism and banditry in the region. This statement comes amid rising concern about misinformation regarding counter-terrorism operations and their impact on affected communities. Furthermore, Chief of Army Staff Lieutenant General Olufemi Oluyede has directed intensified efforts to increase oil production in Nigeria, describing it as the backbone of the nation's economy and a critical factor in stabilizing the naira. Speaking during his first visit to the headquarters of the 6th Division Nigerian Army in Port Harcourt, Oluyede called on troops to combat illegal refining, oil bunkering, and other criminal activities threatening the country's oil sector. He emphasized that protecting oil infrastructure in the Niger Delta is vital to generating revenue and addressing national economic challenges. The only way to reduce the rising dollar rate is through increased oil revenue. Without this, the cost of goods and services will continue to soar, worsening the hardship faced by Nigerians, he said. The Army Chief also addressed welfare concerns among soldiers, highlighting plans to improve accommodations, allowance, and equipment. He assured troops that their sacrifices will be rewarded and warned against engaging in illegal activities. I expect to see significant improvement in oil production within a month. This is not just an order, but a collective responsibility. If we fail to act, the consequences will be severe, Oluyede stated. He added that the government is committed to improving soldiers' welfare, but emphasized that these depend on increased national revenue. Our challenges have been discussed with the president, and plans are underway to address them. However, without adequate oil revenue, these solutions cannot materialize. Work diligently, and you will see changes in your welfare and resources soon. Conclusively, the Minister of Federal Capital Territory, FCT, Nyesom Wike, has urged residents to use the Christmas season to renew their faith in God and commit to His commandments. In a heartfelt holiday message delivered by his senior special assistant on public communication and new media, Olalere Olayinka Wike congratulated residents on the blessings of witnessing another Christmas and prayed for strength and peace for those who recently lost loved ones in a tragic stampede. As we celebrate Christmas, I encourage all FCT residents to remain steadfast in their faith and to emulate the teachings of Jesus Christ, who emphasized obedience to God's law, Wiki stated. He also expressed optimism about Nigerians' future, assuring residents that the federal government, under President Bola Tinubu's renewed hope agenda, is working tirelessly to improve the living condition of citizens. Wiki called on Christmas to reflect on the season's spiritual significance and remain united in hope and prayer for a brighter future for all Nigerians.
This has been the Papyrus TV Africa.
The papyrus, put it on my table every month. I don't